Hey guys, Justice Curry with you, live and in studio. There's no special effects. This is an actual moving car. I wanted to videotape, sound like an old man, videotape a journey that I'm taking almost 6 hours away. My friend Zach is one of my OG toy collecting friends, one of the original people that I met in the groups when I got back into the hobby real heavy about 7 years ago. We've been toy friends, you know, talking. A lot of us are separated by long distances, so you can't meet up frequently. Zach's in his 30s and he got a pretty aggressive form of cancer. He's going through chemotherapy, just stopped recently, and I went, you know what? I took this week off. I could be at home fiddle farting, but I mean, literally spur of the moment, making plans this morning. Said, I'm jumping in the car, I'm gonna drive 6 hours to your house. You got anything going on? He's like, nope.
Point guard, Justice Curry, the trading toy god, a skeletor, your bones apart, and Rio blast you from the jump start. King Randor or Bonaparte, it don't matter, they tug at my heart. When I sit back in my chair and check out He-Man, to be like him, I wonder how it would be, man.
Today I'm at my really good friend Zach's house and we're gonna check out his collection. He gracefully allowed me to come. We spent the night. I've been drinking lots of coffee, so I have tons of energy. So without further ado, welcome. Where did he go? He's right here. It's Zach. Hey! Zach is one of my OG collecting buddies. Come into frame. Hi. So kind of tell me what's going on. We panned through a little bit, so you're seeing that primarily. What are your children? What are your firstborn looks to be G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe is it's like my passion. I grew up with it. I had the flag when I was a kid in the Defiant Space Complex, and before anyone gives me grief, my parents were not rich. It was all found at garage sales. They got like a super deal on it. But just playing with those vehicles when I was a kid, it's so much fun. Barely anything survived because we just played so hard with it. I had a younger brother. But one of my favorite things I've been after forever is the USS Flag box, which I got from a friend locally, and it's wonderful.
Dude, I never see them in this good of condition, because think about that. That is a giant, here, get up to it for scale, or put your hand on it or something. Ooh. I mean, look how large.
Look at how wonderful.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I mean, you step on it, it gets crushed, there's water damage. They don't make it. They don't make it in this
Very
one.
rarely, and like, and before anyone asks, no, I didn't flatten it.
No.
Nobody.
Oh.
I don't have room to have it fully set up in like the box form.
Yeah.
But yeah, my passion for collecting is the G.I. Joe vehicle boxes. I just love the artwork on them.
Yep.
They display really well. They just pop. And I try to collect those with like a vehicle and like the blueprints and the driver.
Right.
And this is just like, especially with, you know, my cancer and everything, if I'm feeling really down, I can kind of just come in here and sit in the chair, sit on the floor and look around and
yes,
end up being in here for hours.
And we talked about that too. Obviously, I'm in law enforcement, so I deal with, you know, the chaos of life. So my escape from life, or the real world, is the toy collecting community, and there's so many positive people in it. I mean, there's going to be negative that
there's also negative.
There's also negative, which I try just to block out or not get involved in the drama, because I don't need to be bringing that kind of stuff into it. You know, it's supposed to be, like we mentioned before, about the community, about helping one another out. I mean, one of the very first things, and I'm sure you still have it, that when we met for the first time, you know, 5 years ago, yeah, the hydrofoil. We had talked about it, and did I have the lens? Did it?
It had the lens, but I accidentally shipped that one to Richie with the lens.
No!
I have another lens somewhere.
Oh no!
Who knows if I'll ever find it?
And the lens is like half the entire value of the entire
the lens
thing.
can go for $100.
Easily, yeah. But that was the original box. And I think there's some picture of us holding it up in the air or something like that.
You might have that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't think I have that picture.
No. So what else do we got going on here? We got some of the killer whale, which is always a fun one. And I see you have all your figures. What kind of order are they in?
No
particular order.
I mean, I've got like all the dreadnoughts together, like the cobras together, but I didn't go, and maybe one day I'll do it by year.
You didn't alphabetize them or no?
No, nothing like that. But
I love seeing this. I mean, yeah, everyone has their own style of how they set things up and display it. Some are OCD, some set them up in battle. And I see that, you know, you have them lined up here, but you also have a kind of battle diorama going on with your Terradrome.
Well, you have to with the Terradrome.
Of course, you got.
Which, I love the flag, but I think the Terradrome's my favorite playset because it's like, you won't take up an entire room, and you can put 1 million figures on it.
Oh, for sure. We got the Headhunter right there. He's always an interesting figure, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that was when they did the whole anti-drug campaign. Oh. And so you had the DEA enforcer.
That's
Joe's,
right.
And he was the drug dealer working for Cobra,
with
getting America's youth hooked so he could take over America or whatever.
No.
Whatever the plan was.
Right.
That was when they were really searching for stuff. Poor Larry Hama.
Oh, goodness. What, that red Starduster, I'm assuming...
Yeah, that's a Black
Major, yeah.
Black Major. That's my first and only Black Major toy.
Really?
Really cool, though. I like his stuff. I'd like to get more.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very nice.
Especially for army building on a budget. I'd say Black Major's the leader. And then there's this, which is not a G.I. Joe.
What is going on here?
It's the Power Lords.
Power Lords. This looks like the guts and the innards of someone. But wait, let's transform. Oh, you just have
somehow worse. It's somehow creepier.
Look at that, dude.
Like, why?
Who would have thought that's a good idea for a toy?
Well, they have 3 eyes. You know, that's fine, right?
Oh my gosh, what a weird figure.
Yeah, like it's like in a lot of stuff, and it took. I had to research because I had no idea what
it even was.
I was just like, is this from China? Is this some knockoff?
Yeah.
What's going on? But
oh my goodness. Let's see some other ones you got going on here. Oh wow. And you were telling me a little fun fact.
My wife's favorite G.I. Joe is Skidmark.
Sorry, I'll set that back up. Skidmark.
The Desert Fox.
The Desert Fox.
And forget 4-wheel drive. This bad boy is 6
6 wheels on that. And Skidmark, the very worst code name that you could possibly imagine.
Snow Job's probably the second.
Yeah.
I would think.
And we were watching. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Last night when he was telling me about Skidmark, I said, well, have you ever seen the Robot Chicken Fumbles episode? Which is so funny. So type in YouTube right now, Robot Chicken Fumbles.
It was always fumble.
It was always fumble. And you'll see a low-light type character and stop-motion animation with G.I. Joes that will blow your mind. Did you ever get into learning all the different versions of the Steel Brigades? I don't know, A, B, D, C,
there's a
E, F,
ton
G.
of them. I never really did. That one is like one of the first figures I got when I got back into collecting.
Yep.
And I mean, they're cool, but I'm not going to go after all of them. Thankfully, I'm not like a completionist collector. For some stuff I am, but...
You got lucky you don't have that horrible disease of being a completist. What do we got going on over here?
Got Exo Squad, the Lord of the Rings Lego stuff. Those are all my wife's.
Yep.
Like G.I. Joe puzzles I like to collect.
Which you have them framed out there, and I forgot
I have a few framed, yeah.
I forgot to show them out in your living room.
But yeah, my main squeeze is definitely G.I. Joe. Exo Squad was like a huge part of my childhood. I guess I was a teenager by then, but I was very cool in high school. But my brother and I loved Exo Squad because it was like the first American cartoon where people died and stayed dead.
Yeah.
So, just really, really neat. The figures and the toys are really cool. They were by Playmates, same people that did Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a blast. And at least for the first few waves, they're fairly reasonable to collect.
Yep.
They're not going to break the bank, so you know, if people want to get into them, it's definitely like kind of a good place to start. And yes, I have Exo Squad VHS tapes because
yeah, why not?
Why not? Because I needed those. Some of them are sealed.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, minty.
And you, with your VHS cartoons that you've been buying recently and collecting, do you watch most of them, or what's the percentage of it?
Probably 10% I've watched because I just keep buying
lots
of them. I mean, I'm sure everyone can relate to that problem.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a blast to go back and like look at that stuff. There's some more like modern toys.
What are these little bobbleheads?
Oh, they're like the little Funko whatevers.
Yeah.
I know some people hate those, but
hey, you collect what you like.
Most people probably own one or two.
Mm-hmm. Some Marvel Legends. They just announced that Morbius trailer recently, or just released it at least.
Come on, Jared Leto. It's got to be better than Joker.
Redeem yourself, Leto. Redeem yourself. We were talking about Leto too last night with Requiem of a Dream, which blew my ever-loving mind. Oh, some great boxes.
Yeah, that Tomahawk I got at Kane County.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nice.
For a good deal when it was a little bit cheaper. Here, I'll get that down. That's a really nice box. It's pretty peach.
That's one of the only two vehicles I remember getting as a child. I got this for Christmas Day. Then the other one was the night landing vehicle, the smaller little boat. But yeah, this was my main Christmas gift all those years ago.
My Christmas gift, the very first G.I. Joe I had, was the Sky Striker.
Oh, was it really?
In Florida, and there's like pictures of me in my Superman underoos with like, the Velcro removable cape.
Nice.
Like, flying that thing around, and I remember like throwing Ace off like the roof with the parachute like so many times the parachute broke, and my mom had to custom make parachutes for the Joes.
Are any of these your original toys?
No. They all just are shells, just broken. I've got like a few, but they're just in pieces. We just played with them so much. And,
I know.
Some people, I hear a lot like, oh, I regret, doing all this. It's like, you had fun with them when I had a blast when I was a kid, and they were meant to be played with, and we did till they fell apart.
And there were some kids out there that literally opened them up and put them on a shelf and never played with them.
That's what a lot of these are from, is from collections where people just miraculously didn't touch these things and kept everything.
And those are the ones that I love finding, those guys.
They're rare.
It is. It is very rare to find someone that did that. We got some more. We got, the Street Fighters. Let me zoom in onto that.
My $7 karate chop.
Ah!
I got off eBay.
No
I was like, $7 free shipping, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
That is so bizarre how, they had the license for a while. And
well, they were getting desperate.
Yeah.
I think that was like 93, 94.
Mm-hmm.
I've got like a Star Brigade Invader up there with sealed contents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen quite a few of those on eBay recently.
Oh, have you?
Star Brigade's getting popular for some
reason.
Is it really? I don't know why.
We got some Black Series going on right here. Admiral Thong. Is that how you say it?
Thrawn.
Thrawn.
Admiral Thong.
Thong.
That's a different one.
That's funny. He has a cape here. What's the deal with that?
Well, Orson Krennic didn't need his cape because Thrawn looks way more badass. And everyone knows that Star Wars is all about capes and ponchos.
Yes, absolutely.
Like if you don't have a cape, you've got to have a poncho.
Micro Machine, Star Wars. I had the R2-D2 one that turned into Jabba's. I vividly remember that, opening it for Christmas from my grandpa.
They were great toys.
They were.
And they re-released some Micro Machines when Force Awakens came out, and they were just garbage.
Were they?
Yeah, like just the quality was just awful.
I wonder why these didn't hold their value. Like literally, you can still find sealed Star Wars Micro Machine sets from the early 90s that are like $8, $12. I don't know why.
But other Micro Machine stuff like the cars and things are like $30 per Micro Machine.
What?
Got a bunch of like just random little knickknacks.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, GameStop clearance.
Yeah.
And then in the back there's
Yeah, what
I
are
think they're
those?
testers model kits, and it just says robot, but they're Robotech models.
Oh yeah, because
Little
there's the
miniature
jet.
models.
Little miniature models,
Yeah,
huh?
and they're Veritex, and I never seen them. I was lucky enough to find those at a garage sale for stupid cheap.
Local?
Yeah, local.
Oh, wow.
And the guy hooked me up with a deal on them, and so I bought all of them.
Sweet. I love it. What do we got down here?
Got my little miniature Tron collection.
Nice, nice.
A few of those. Tron's one of my favorite movies.
Is it?
Tron and Tron Legacy. I just love the art design and the cycles, and way ahead of its time.
Absolutely.
Please, Disney, make the third one.
Yes.
Don't make me wait 30 years.
Yeah. Orko Bobble. And then we have some Batman and G.I. Joe.
What are the Mighty Mugs?
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, the Mighty Mugs, I think. I have all of them. Duke's still sealed. They're not worth anything, but they're really cool. They're fun.
Yeah. Nice, nice.
Let's not forget the Joker, the Peace Dollars that resist on.
Oh, yes.
The Joker and Riddler dolls that
Which
Justice sent me.
as packaging,
Yeah.
I think, because you bought something from me, and instead of putting, packaging material on there, I just grabbed these guys as...
I think you sent that when you sent the Snowcat, maybe?
Oh, yeah,
It's either
yeah.
that or the Cobra Bug. I can't remember.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Oh, the NECA gigantic turtles.
Those are awesome.
They
I'd love
are.
to have all of them, but I have no room.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
Mm-hmm. My buddy Stephen Bishotti had one, and he had it on top of his display case.
Oh, it
and I went,
fell?
woo, boink, broke, or fell, and then his dog chewed off the leg.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh no.
What are these guys?
Those are like Destiny toys.
Oh.
I'll get like into something, I get obsessed, and then I like go buy the toys and get them, and then be like, okay, I'm bored with these after like 3 months. So
Yeah.
those will probably be going up for sale at some point here.
And I talked about this before, probably in some of my videos, as I try to...
You should get like this. Like,
Oh,
this
I
is
will.
like a retro one.
I definitely will.
My sweet Batman.
But we'll talk about what's called lily padding, and we suffer from it as collectors, where we get into a line, we get hot and heavy.
Wink.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, we're withering away with loving this toy, like in Humanoids or Supernaturals, or like he talked about with the Overwatch Destiny. And you go, okay, I want it, and you spend all the time, you get a complete set, and then you go, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next? And I always tell people, especially when they get into the G.I. Joe line, and it's like intoxicating, where they're just buying at this fever rapid pace. I'm like, slow down there. You have some time. Do not complete your collection too fast, because then you're gonna go, all right.
Luckily with G.I. Joe, there's 500 figures and hundreds of vehicles, and it's a crazy toy line to collect. You better have like a warehouse.
You're right.
You want to get all of it. Like, it's no joke nuts.
It is tons and tons. And how I personally kind of fine-tuned my own collecting is I rarely use eBay anymore, because I rather naturally come across it as someone's collection, at a toy show, at a Comic-Con, what have you, and then find it. I can always go on eBay. Like, he has Teddy Ruxpin Grubby.
Yeah.
And you were telling me about that, like, worm grubby, and I'm like, I've always wanted that. Let's do a deal, let's do a trade.
Yeah.
And I could buy them at any time on eBay. I want to own them, but I much rather have it from a friend that I could go, this has a now emotional attachment to it.
I got it at Kane County.
Right,
Day,
and that's fine.
But
I got it from him, so that now would be a memory. And it's crazy. We all collect differently. I'm not telling you how to collect, but that's just how I do it. What do we got up here?
There's that in Humanoids. The good guy.
Oh yeah!
The good
You
guy.
look so friendly. Let me
Right?
give you a hug. And here's the front layer of him that snaps on, because the inside is magma. The outside is a warm, huggly rock.
Some Centurions, my Robotech book collection.
Oh,
Have I read them? No. I
no!
have to have them.
Why is Ace all by his lonesome over here?
Because the Sky Strikers and storage again.
Oh, yes.
Some room.
Gotcha. What is that?
I got my graphic novel collection, some NECA toys.
Mm-hmm. Who are you?
I don't know her name. She's from Rambo. One of the LJN figures, I believe.
And that was another sidebar conversation we were having yesterday about marketing rated R movies to children.
Early 90s was like when it really kicked off.
Yeah.
And you had Kenner doing Aliens, and there was Terminator, and then before there was RoboCop.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think did Kenner do RoboCop? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But yeah, those are super duper rated R movies, like not for kids. Guess what? As a kid, I bought the heck out of those
all
toys.
on the toy aisle.
Yeah.
And you're thinking now, but nothing like that happens anymore. I can't think of a rated R toy line.
I mean, now we have like the NECA toys and for the adult
but it's
collector
marketed
toys. Yeah,
for adults.
For us. But it was marketed for children. And we loved it. Thank you.
Yes.
Kenner, may you rest in peace.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, look at this. I'm loving it. What am I looking at up here?
We got some Voltrons. I got like Stealth Voltron. I've got, I think like Toynami, like diecast Voltron I got. I love Voltron. Super cool. There's some Silverhawks mixed in there. This is just like my random.
What's that giant guy in the back? The black
That's
one?
Stealth Voltron.
Stealth Voltron.
From, I think it was like in the 90s they came out with a Voltron.
I don't remember.
That was like, it was computer graphics, like early CG, so it's terrible. And the figure, honestly, is also terrible.
Right.
But he's huge, so he went on display.
Why not? What's this little fuzzy guy right there?
That's, I think there was Rock Lords.
Yep.
Do you remember Rock Lords?
I do.
And those were like their pets.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A bunch of Lion-O. So you told me you're really excited about the new cartoon coming out, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Thundercats. I'm sure some of you guys have seen. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, why? Please don't do
Thundercats
that.
Go or whatnot. What were they thinking?
I don't know. Hopefully it tanks.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people defending it. They're like, well, it's for kids now, which I get, but like, they don't know what Thundercats is, and we do. So I'm just like, I'm not even gonna give that one a try.
No. You're not gonna even just taste it.
But maybe if it's big, we'll get some re-releases. Who knows?
Yeah, it's very possible.
Like, some of these are like the Funko ones that they did.
Came
like,
out recently.
Yeah, the He-Man type ones.
And I like that.
GameStop clearance.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, $5 GameStop.
Nah, I'm digging this Mumra on the back though. That is a really neat one.
Yeah, I got that at Toys R Us before
Oh,
it closed.
may you rest in peace.
May you rest in peace, Toys R Us. Oh, nerd.
Got some Batman going on back there. What are these versions of Batman? Like Spartacus Batman or what?
Yeah, so they are Play Arts Kai Batman figures, and Play Arts Kai is like a big line, all sorts of stuff. They do Final Fantasy, and it's actually Square Enix.
Oh, okay.
Owns the company, the video game company. But they make really cool, like larger scale toys. I like them because they're still kind of action figures as opposed to sideshow stuff, which are really cool, but they're like fabric and everything, and it's hard to have them out on display and not ruin them.
Mm-hmm.
And these are just kind of a little bit more durable, and also way cheaper.
And and it's freaking beautiful. I mean, that's just a really, really neat interpretation of Batman.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Batman, so like I try to collect like all the different versions. Or
Can you grab those stickers right there?
kind of what I like. Oh yeah, sure thing. Yeah, here you go.
I love puffy stickers. Those are some of my favorite things. I just picked up some He-Man ones from Motu Joe recently that I'm gonna put on my
Those, and then
oh wow.
I got these from a guy locally. The price tag's still on there. Woolworths.
No.
If anyone remembers Woolworths,
Of course.
Like I think I got my Food Fighters
Yep.
from Woolworths back in the day.
You got any food fighters around here?
Dude, I don't. I wish I did.
No.
They're expensive.
I know, they're getting up there.
Super cool. I'd love to have the the egg carton APC
Yes.
that they came out with. Was super cool.
Is that from Batman Ninja?
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't realize
That
they
was
made a
a
toy.
gift from my wife.
Oh, cool.
She loves me a lot. She
Yeah.
puts up with this.
Yeah. Oh.
Justin and I were talking about it before, but I recently had to corral my toys again. I had too much leakage.
Uh-oh.
Expanded in the house. So
Yeah.
had to nip that in the bud, move stuff back into the toy room.
I was joking with her last night. I said, all right, I'm gonna have an intervention with him tonight. We love you, but we need to take the toys out of this room and put them in the other room. Oh my goodness. Bane, Batman, Buddha. Is that, oh, it looks 3D printed.
It's 3D printed. That was a gift from my wife as well. She loves me.
Yes, yes. What is that version of Joker?
That's the Dark Knight Returns Joker.
Oh, okay.
My favorite Joker.
Is it?
Super murderous Joker. If you haven't read it, it's the Frank Miller, I think Klaus Janson classic story. And that's what, actually all these are the Dark Knight Returns versions.
Oh, I've read that. That's a great one.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Those almost look like Hero Click type things.
Those were like the Target exclusive. You have like DC superhero line, and you have like Power Rangers and stuff. And I got those again, clearance. I'm a big clearance junkie.
Yep.
I'll just pick it up if it's under $5. Like that's kind of my rule of thumb.
Yep.
I'll get it.
So what's and we'll get to the last corner in a moment.
Yeah.
What's here, I'll switch it over here. What's next? What are your next collecting goals or focuses?
I've been having a lot of fun just like with the VHS collecting because it doesn't take up a ton of room and it's kind of cheap to collect, you know, and I'm gonna...
So what's next with your collecting goals?
Well, right now I've really been enjoying like VHS collecting, 1980s cartoons and like anime. That's really fun and fairly inexpensive to collect, right now anyway. And maybe it could be a good investment. I think just the way everything's going, like cassette tapes are getting collectible, 8-tracks are collectible. What? I don't know why. If you'd have told me 10 years ago that I would be buying VHS tapes in 2020, I would have laughed at you.
You're right, but I was throwing them away.
Yeah, me too. And now it's like I'm really just enjoying that. As far as another line, maybe I'll get like a couple He-Man pieces.
Oh, if you dive in, you get a little bit.
I don't want to go too crazy, but I was thinking maybe like lower run toy lines like Visionaries.
Yep.
And Humanoids is awesome, but the figures are so big. Where do you put them?
Exactly.
So I've kind of got pretty much everything I've ever wanted, or I've had that already before. So now it's just like whatever catches my eye. There's not anything specific right now I'm going for.
Right.
Probably gonna try to collect and finish the Transformers VHS collection, which I'm close to finishing.
Nice.
G.I. Joe on VHS. But beyond that, there's nothing now. So suggestions, guys.
Put your suggestions in the comments. And we'll continue with this amazing corner with more G.I. Joe wonderfulness. You told me a funny story about the Rolling Thunder. I'm not going to repeat it because the person might be...
I'm totally grateful I got it. I mean, very nice of them.
Absolutely.
I can get some light on there if you want.
Perfect. Let there be light. Oh, Snowcats.
Yeah, one of those I got from you.
Yeah, sure.
Snowcats.
Is the mic there? No. Never there.
No, neither are the antennas or anything. No. That's as complete as that Mauler's ever going to be.
You're right.
Not going to go after that.
Right.
Warthog, one of my favorite vehicles.
Is it?
I love it. For whatever reason, I just love it.
Did you have it though? Is that why?
One of my friends did.
Oh, okay.
So growing up in North Carolina, one of my best friends, he had a huge G.I. Joe collection, and I did as well. And we'd get together, and I'd bring over the minivan full of G.I. Joe toys to his house.
Oh, yes.
And his dad was cool enough to just let us set up everywhere.
Really? Hey, there's another ace.
I think I've got like 3.
Oh, yeah. What's this cockpit? That don't look right for the this one.
No, that's right.
That's right?
Yeah, for Sky Patrol it's black.
Yeah, okay. I just must have forgot that.
I think anyway. I don't know.
There you go, that. Yeah. More than likely, you're right. Loving it. Some early stuff down here. And also a topic of conversation, we were talking about the oxidization, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Of the yellows, or sorry, of the whites and the light grays that turned yellow over time just because of the quality of plastic. It's prevalent in the Snow Troopers for Star Wars, as well as Storm Shadow. And your Storm Shadow
It's yellowed. I mean,
It's not-
it's not bone white. I mean, considering it's Storm Shadow, it doesn't look too bad. I don't think.
I've seen way worse. But it's so it's almost impossible without doing the hydrogen peroxide or other methods of bleaching, which could
do not
damage. Right.
Do not ever do that.
Right. Damage your darn toy. Footloose. Awesome. The Cobra Bug.
So I got from.
Yeah. Which it looks like you got some.
I've got M. Bison driving it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah, the Street Fighter G.I. Joe scale figures, and they had Mortal Kombat ones too, were really neat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in the corner we got some moderns back there.
My few moderns.
I like that orange one. What?
Yeah, obviously those are low on my totem pole considering the figures are just laying passed out on the ground.
Nah. Right. Fang. The thing about the Fang is there's that.
Missiles always break.
Yeah, or the back red roll cage type thing is always broken on the back of them.
That was just like a really kind of tender. And then I've got my G.I. Joe TV tray. Which
I have that same one.
occasionally I'll bust that out and eat my cereal.
Nice.
Saturday mornings.
Yeah, the artwork on it, phenomenal.
So good, but I'm still wondering where exactly Sergeant Slaughter's going in that dungeon. He's just leaving. They're all.
Alright, troops, I can't figure out he's
Alright, Maggot, get out of here.
This Triple T is driving me crazy. Yeah, they're all going toward the battle. He's
Yeah,
literally
driving off in the ocean, I guess.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
The Moray is probably. It's up there as one of my favorite vehicles.
Yeah, no doubt.
Everyone's all about the whale, but I honestly can't stand that vehicle because it falls apart when you look at it. Like, I don't have any of the tail fin stuff connected because it's just a pain.
Oh, it's so fragile, so fragile. The lamprey and the bats, they're kind of in each other's personal space right there.
The bats are robots.
Little
They
too
don't
close.
count. They don't count.
Oh, I love it. The Hiss 2, Stun, Dreadnought Cycle.
The stun I got with the flags intact with the box,
Oh yeah?
which is, at least for me, it's hard to come across like a Cobra stun box. You know?
Mhm.
I don't usually see them anyway. Some random boxes I
Yep.
stacked because, no room.
Right. You're gonna have to start utilizing the ceiling at some
I know.
point. That'll be a later endeavor. You told me you shipped a, can we talk about that?
Yeah, I shipped a mobile command center to one of my good buddies, and I mean, I packed this thing with $40 worth of packing material, styrofoam, bubble wrapped it, more, styrofoam packing materials. Best I could to ship it, arrived broken.
No!
But it's just such a massive thing. And
It
that's
is.
He lives in Texas. Otherwise, we'd have driven to meet. But it didn't make any sense to drive that far.
Nice.
And I've never cared for the mobile command center. It seems like the least cool.
You mean the tackle box?
Yeah, that is just the tackle box. Or a sand crawler from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
There's my Rattler box, which people always want, but that'll be probably for my cold dead hands.
Yep.
But look at the price on that. $9.99.
Oh, come on.
Or $9.98, I guess.
You know what? That sucker was sealed. That'd be like $500-700, something crazy.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, easy.
That's one of my favorites because it looks like an A10 Warthog.
No, it's a beauty for sure. The
The
KB Toys exclusive Hiss back in early 2000s, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, those are really cool. And since I will never get the Sears exclusive Red Hiss.
Never say never. You never know.
Yeah, maybe.
I found one at Kane for $20.
And let's not forget Battle Force 2000, everyone's favorite
Oh, come
line.
on.
Cobra got Iron Grenadiers and the Joes got this garbage.
Battle Force fart machines.
They're awful.
They are. They're
But-
literally awful.
I was trying to sell this set a few years ago with boxes for $200. Complete
Nobody.
set. No one would buy it.
No way.
But now I'm keeping the boxes, so too late, guys.
Nah. What's down here?
It's just all sorts of stuff. I've got all my blueprints, which I went kind of wild and organized.
Nice.
So they're not alphabetical or anything, but I've got like the Joe blueprints for all the vehicles I have, plus some I don't have. And then I've got further on it, like here's the mobile command center blueprints, which are kind of hard to come by. Oh, there's more. Actually, I think I have 2 sets.
Nice.
With those, and then like further on I go into like the Cobra stuff.
Yep.
Swamp Masher, that's one of my favorite vehicles.
Is it really?
I love the thing. It's just so crazy looking and like the bright colors
Yep.
on it. I've got the Terradrome blueprints in here somewhere. I don't know. More. So I got so many blueprints. Yeah, the Terradrome instructions.
Nice.
Those are I know these are hard to come
Yeah,
by.
they are. They definitely are.
And I just love that stuff because nowadays you just don't get anything like that. And this is, you probably want to show them that. That's a really cool piece.
Let me get this. So let's start from the beginning.
Maybe blur out.
I'll blur out his address.
His address is from like 30 years ago.
Right. Shane, how you doing, Shane? G.I. Joe, it's a little postcard, 12-cent shipping. But I have never seen this paperwork before. G.I. Joe supply team members from supply headquarters. We goofed. We're sorry. We received so many, I better read from, not from my camera, requisitions from the team members like you that we couldn't keep up. That's why you had to wait so long for your order. Please accept our apologies along with 5 free flag points. Blah, blah, blah. You've handled the setback. So I'm assuming that someone sent in something for a mail away and they ran out of stock. And then they sent them this little card instead.
Yeah, it's really neat. I'd never seen anything like that. And I talked with a bunch of, like with you and some of my other friends.
Yeah.
Just huge Joe collectors, and no one had ever seen anything like that. And just kind of a neat little, I guess, piece of history that I didn't even know existed. And it's just so neat how toy companies would do that back in the day. A friend of mine told me a story about he got a Defiant, like the big space shuttle complex, when he was a kid, and it was like a part was broken, and he wrote to Hasbro, and they like express shipped the part to him free of charge with like a handwritten note apologizing. And I mean, there's no way that would happen now,
No.
You know, and but back in the 80s, like they did that. I think it was because like so much more of it was still based in the States.
Yep.
And it was just a different time.
Yep.
I'm an old man now, so
We're all
we were
old
just
men now.
reminiscing like, oh, in my day in the 80s.
You know what I heard recently, which was kind of interesting? The like sideshow or Hot Toys statues that are super high dollar. You know, you're paying $800 to $1,000 for these things. If they arrive damaged or there's an issue with it, the company doesn't want you to return it because the shipping's expensive, they're large, they're heavy. So they literally make you take a video of you destroying it with like a sledgehammer or whatnot. And once you send that video in, that's how you can receive another one or a refund. You have to destroy the darn thing. Yeah. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
I haven't heard that, but I mean, it would make sense because even a damaged one you could still sell for like a decent amount of money. But I've heard Sideshow's really good about that. Like I've run into a few collectors where like something arrived slightly damaged or nicked and they just sent them the replacement part.
Oh, nice.
But that's for like the smaller figures. I don't know about statues. You could be correct.
Yeah.
I could see them.
What do we got going on with these file cards?
Oh, I got a bunch of card backs.
Dude, you don't see that very often. You said you had another one and you put it on the group for what?
Oh, I threw it up on eBay for like, I think $60 and it sold in 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Like, just
that's awesome.
And then I sold a Storm Shadow one to someone in one of the groups.
Yeah.
Just a peach card, which I had an extra of, but it's like...
And what's unique is people didn't keep the full file cards. They always cut out the back. So you find the backs like this. You got a giant stack of
file
them.
cards. These are the card backs.
Or that's what I meant. Yep. File cards
Get it together.
Yeah. I'm sorry. The file cards, a dime a dozen. You see them all the time because everyone cut them out. But the full file card backs.
Frag Viper.
Oh,
He's one of my favorites.
Yes.
Love that stuff. Some of the Dreadnoks.
Oh.
This nice Storm Shadow. That's a pretty peach card.
Nice.
But yeah, it's like, and a lot. Oh yeah, check out this Crimson Guard Immortal card. That's an. Wow. And that's a really cool figure. I know he's like 30 or 40 bucks.
Oh
now.
yeah, he's getting up
Sergeant
there.
Slaughter.
And then I always turn them over to
cards.
look at the red backs because the red backs are the mail away versions. Not because obviously they mass produced the Stalker with a full file card. So when you would have cut them out, you would have had the back of it would have been the front of the file card. But these mail-aways, these are what guys want.
Every single bio for every single
Yes, he
figure.
did. And then the plain back ones would be from the boxes.
Yeah,
We'd had to
the
cut them out
vehicles.
from the vehicles. Yeah, like the
Vapor.
Sergeant Slaughter from the Triple T.
Those are the two figures I don't have. But
No, but you had the file cards
Yeah.
for them.
Skidmark! Yeah.
Dude, put this with your wife in her room. Like,
Yeah.
put it on the nightstand.
His name is Cyril. Yeah,
Cyril.
definitely the coolest. He got beat up a bunch. And then his name's Skidmark was the kid that was held up by your mother as a shining example of everything that you were not. He's just a douchebag. But yeah, my wife's favorite character. She's wondering why they never did a whole episode featuring Skidmark.
Oh, that's so funny.
That was nice because it's uncut.
Yes.
I think that's how
they
these
came.
in the box.
Yep.
Some of them came in the box.
Yeah, where you didn't have to damage
Look
your
at
box.
Shredder. Oh, I mean Overlord.
And then I don't think I captured some of this stuff in the background on the first go around. The vehicle gear, the most rare of the MOCs.
Like everywhere. They're cool though. They're neat
They
little
are.
things. They're kind of cheap. You don't have to break the bank.
My buddy Spencer, who had a shop called Chronocade, ended up getting like 50 of those things, like a bunch of factory cases of vehicle gear, and he's selling them to me for like $5 a piece. The action packs, I did have a few of those growing up, like the artwork.
I love the action packs. Like I can't find, it must be in my storage shed, but I have like 6 or 7 backpacks that all still work.
Oh, perfect.
I want to get the ones that you can hang from the ceiling with the string.
Yes.
You can motorize them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Before batteries, kids.
Yeah, where you had to actually wind up your toys.
Yeah. Well, I guess they had batteries. You had the tanks that took 4 double D batteries and would last 20 minutes. You know, or like the RC.
Yeah, the Mobat or the Mauler.
Yeah, the Mobat or the Mauler, and then there was the RC car.
Yes.
What was the name of that one?
Of course, when you put me on the spot, Crossfire.
Crossfire, yeah.
Yeah,
RC
and there's
Crossfire.
2 versions.
I had one.
Yeah.
I sold it to my good friend here in town, not before driving around my apartment. But yeah, those batteries, seriously, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
And like,
they last.
Goodbye, environment! But it's the 80s, who cares?
Right.
Reaganomics.
Let's not think about the future.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, and then we got Captain Planet in the 90s. and
Oh,
stuff.
Captain Planet kind of put us back on track.
I've got 4 VHS tapes. It was all about that blue mullet.
Well, I think we're going to have to watch that next.
No.
Ah!
No!
Yes.
That's okay.
Well, thank you for letting me.
No problem, buddy.
Let me come to your home and hang out, because literally it was yesterday morning, and it just popped in my head. I go, I got a few days off. Why not drive to Canada and come visit you? So,
right?
Yeah.
Yes, good old Canada.
Yay.
Us Canucks love it. Maple syrup.
Absolutely. Hey! My people, I love you Canadians. I'm not making fun of you, because I can make fun of you, because I watched your TV growing up. I grew up in a thumb of Michigan, and I got CBS, Canadian Broadcast. So Mr. Dress Up, Fred Penner's Place, all those shows that no one else knows in the United States, I know.
Degrassi High. Don't forget Degrassi.
I don't know that one. All right, see you later. Bye-bye. Back into the hobby hardcore about 7 years ago. I didn't know anybody. And how did we meet?
We met, I think, just on a G.I. Joe group, and I was using a light box to take a bunch of photographs of G.I. Joes, and you sent me like a private message and was like, hey, how do you get these? And then I think we just started exchanging collection, pictures of our collection and became instant friends.
Yes.
We're 7 years later, we're still friends.
Isn't that crazy? And Zach is living in Iowa, which is like almost 6 hours away from me. You're kind of going through a rough part in your life right now, so I wanted, just because of, can we talk about that?
Yeah, that's fine. Got diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, and gone through chemo treatment and waiting to hear like more about what my continuing treatment's going to be. But in between all that, while I've been off work, I've been able to kind of refocus back on my toy collecting and just reconnecting with a bunch of my toy collecting buddies online. And the community has been absolutely fantastic and very fortunate with just how kind and wonderful everyone's been. And like you said in your Facebook post, like at the end of the day, it's just stuff. Mm-hmm. But the friendships and the connections I've made will last a lifetime. Absolutely. Just through this hobby. So that's really incredible. But did you want to check out some of that?
Yes, we're going to go through his collection. He's an amazing, he has an epic G.I. Joe collection that you're about to see. But we're going to kind of show you in the living room area some of the other things. His wife also collects, which is awesome, and she's more of a Zelda fan, is it?
And Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
But I got my Godzilla collection.
Oh yes, and excuse the lighting right here, but we'll come into focus. So are these the NECA Godzillas?
Yeah, they're the NECA Godzillas.
Oh my gosh, those are super, super cool. And you were telling me earlier that when you were growing up, there was some type of how did you get introduced to Godzilla?
So I grew up in North Carolina, and on Sundays, I think on Fox, they would have like a 2 to 4 hour block of just monster movies. So I just grew up watching G.I. Joe. I think every Sunday they had it on, and my parents were really cool, and they let us like set up giant dioramas in the backyard.
Yeah.
Like cardboard box cities. We'd light them on fire. And they let us do all sorts of stuff. But it was really cool, especially as a kid, just using your imagination.
Absolutely.
And things like that. But that's how I got into it.
And then this is some of your wife's Zelda memorabilia and books, and what are these, amiibos? I love them. And what also caught my eye right when I walked into your place is some of this killer artwork from Star Wars, and these were Coca-Cola promotional posters. And then obviously one of the first times that we got to meet in person was at Kane County Toy Show in Chicago, which is the best toy place
I love it. It's
on
Disney
Earth.
World.
It is the Disney World for vintage collectors. And you were telling me that you got this one, and there's two other ones as well?
Ones there's like a C-3PO one and a Darth Vader one. Got them all from the same vendor. Super nice guy. And I just love, they're very unique. You don't see this artwork. They're not something that was like heavily reproduced like so many Star Wars posters are.
And that's exactly why my brain and my eyes were like, what is this? Because it's not the thing that you see in everybody's collection.
And the art's really good.
It is. Too. And you said there's a fourth one, right?
I don't have. There's one with Luke Skywalker, and that, of course, that's the most expensive.
Of course.
I haven't broke down and bought that one yet.
Yep.
Someday.
And we were chilling earlier today, watching some cartoons, which I'm going to splice in right now.
The magic.
And I'm back. Obviously, we're back. You got to see some of the Inhumanoids, but you are a VHS collector. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got into. God help me. I don't know why I decided to collect something else, but I started collecting VHS tapes. And,
VHS tapes.
Yeah, the future is now.
Oh my goodness.
But I've got, I don't know, probably over 150 anime tapes.
Oh, come on, man. Wow. Beautiful. Which ones, I mean, I hate when people ask me which ones are my favorite because I never know.
My Robotech collection I'm pretty proud of because I got like some of the first versions of like the tapes, and the artwork's really unique.
Oh, yes.
And
is that part of the reason that you collect the VHS tapes, is for the artwork?
Yeah, a lot of times the cover art I just really like. And then for older cartoons and like older anime that I grew up with, it's just fun to watch it on VHS because that's how I originally saw it.
Yeah.
But there's like, you know, big box tapes and good old G.I. Joe Kirby's Creatures, the episode where all the fireflies or dragonflies like just screw up all their things. Can of new Coke.
Oh, Stranger Things. Nice.
Yeah, I spent $20 on 4 cans of Coke.
You did not.
Yeah. I had to have it. I had to have my new Coke.
That is so funny.
Yeah. But now, do we want to go in for the piece resistance?
No. Show me the guest bedroom that I got to stay in, because this was fun. So I got to sleep here last night, and like I said, I mean, Zach and I have known each other for many years, but we've only met in person twice.
Yeah,
and that
Kane
was
County for probably a half hour total.
Right, so it was very brief. And also, let me get the light a little bit better. What I've said in my Facebook post recently was, if someone had told me like an online friend could be as powerful as a, you know, quote unquote regular friend that you see on a daily basis, or someone that lives close by, I would have said, no, that's impossible. But this bond through toys, and you know how we've kept in constant communication through all these years, online friends turn into, or as powerful as, you know, quote unquote real friends, or people that live close by. And I'm using the word real friend.
Don't worry, you're a real friend.
So, sorry, an online friend becomes a real friend. That's a better way to say. Because we stayed up till 1 in the morning. Well, it was 1 in the morning my time, and midnight your time, because I'm an hour in the future.
Just talking toys, and we probably could have I could have talked toys forever.
Oh, absolutely.
So much fun.
And you used to have a business as well, and you flip toys at certain points to finance your hobby, similar to me. So you understand the money aspect and the nostalgia aspect as well. So that's crazy powerful. And the best part was when you entered, or you said, oh, this will be your guest room, you had G.I. Joe on VHS playing when I walked in here, and I went, this is the greatest thing ever. Some of your video game consoles, were these your original childhood ones?
No, they were all ones like I just kind of picked up.
Yep.
Just through toy selling, like I'd come across video game lots occasionally.
Nice.
And I've recently got into collecting kind of like some of the books from the cartoons I grew up with, so like She-Ra, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Voltron.
Nice.
All that stuff. I mean, it's not really worth much, but there's a blast to just like read and to have. And I'm looking for stuff that doesn't take up space so my wife doesn't kill me.
Right. The Choose Your Own Adventures, or Which Way books, is what I used to call them. This was a staple of me learning to read and the adventure, because, you know, you had choices, and some of the choices could literally kill you.
Most of them.
The majority of them.
All of them. It was, you just die horribly.
Yeah, so you got a really, really neat collection of different books and whatnot, but we'll go into the main attraction, the toy room, which is phenomenal. And it gives me the same, and we'll slow down in a second and I'll go through it piece by piece, but it gives me that same warm fuzzy feeling as being in my own toy room, because it's 360 degrees of magicalness.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I don't want to for him, but
here, 1 second, let me. And he got a pretty aggressive form of cancer. Was going through chemotherapy, just stopped recently, and I went, you know what? I took this week off. I could be at home fiddle farting, but I mean, literally spur of the moment, making plans this morning. Said, I'm jumping in the car, I'm gonna drive 6 hours to your house. You got anything going on? He's like, nope. So yeah, that's what the friendships that are bonded to the toys, and we're all going through real life together, and none of us are promised tomorrow. Heck, on this journey, I could get into a car crash and boop, it's over. Our lives are but a vapor. Obviously the most important thing in my life is Jesus Christ, and I know where I'm spending eternity at. But family, work, and friends, and hobbies, and communicating with one another, and self-reflecting. I do a lot of that too, of what's important. Because because at the end of the day, these classic toys that are hanging on the wall, these aren't the real treasures in life. So enough about me jibber jabbing. Hopefully I'll get some footage of his collection, which is real nice, and shoot the breeze and film some of that stuff too. So wish me safe travels. Bye-bye. All right, Zach, thanks again for letting me go into your humble abode. I appreciate it, and but all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
I did want to focus on this because when we first came in, or first was showing the tour, I never showed the viewers at home, first of all, the puzzles that we mentioned. You got the G.I. Joe puzzles, but what really caught my eye was this original X-Men poster. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, I got this back when I was a kid, growing up in North Carolina, like early 90s. I think the poster's from 87, and I traded some old Marvel Masterpiece trading cards for it.
Yeah.
And I've had it ever since, and you can see this is a well-worn, well-loved poster. It's been taped and repaired and stapled to walls for years and years and years. And it's like, could I get a better one that's more pristine? Sure, but this is the one I grew up with.
And this has
I love it. And I loved X-Men as a kid.
Right.
Especially 90s with the cartoon.
And that has the history.
Oh, yeah.
So even if someone offered you, like you said, someone goes, hey, I got a pristine one.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I don't want the pristine one. I want this one.
Yeah, this would be the one I'd still have on display.
Right,
I've
right.
just had so many memories. But thanks so much for coming to visit.
It was a blast.
And,
yes.
Now that I'm thinking about it, my buddy Justin here in town has a bunch of Masters Universe toys. I've got his number, and I think he's got the Masters Universe like toy chest, that big wooden one. This is super cool. Don't come across those very often, but I'll put you in touch, and maybe you can check it out on the way out of town. But,
absolutely.
Thanks again for coming and visiting. And
all right, my
it's been
friend.
great seeing you.
It's been a blast.
Yeah.
So remember, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and get plugged in with the local toy community. Start a Facebook group. Talk to people at cons. The toys are just the glue that hold the friendships together. Love y'all. Bye-bye. And hopefully, wish me luck on this pick.
I run it like a point guard, Justice Curry, the trading toy god, a skeleton.
No, I don't have any problem. Just like I wouldn't want my last name or no one to wear this.
Alright. So we'll just it'll flow. It'll be fun.
You want to go, and then I'll come to frame.
Yep, I'll introduce you.
Okay.
Hey guys, Justice Curry. I have an amazing collection that I am in. Sometimes I have to start like 3
Start
times.
over. Yeah.
I'm like, how am I gonna word this?